Shut up, Freddy. I don't need to hear stupid.
Hey, it's starting.
Oh,
Sorry.
Hey, everybody, it's Blake, and welcome to Game Reviews. This time we're going to be doing Lego Star Wars 3 for the Xbox 360. Chuckle. Okay, so Lego Star Wars 3 is the third installment of Lego Star Wars. This one is obviously, they had to make it because of Star Wars, the Clone Wars, because, you know, why wouldn't you make a new Lego Star Wars for that? It's a pretty awesome series. So, a few differences in this game from the other two games. This is the first game to actually, like, every other game had two-player mode, but this game was the first to actually offer a split-screen mode, because in the other games it was really annoying when you and a friend were playing, your friend wanted to go this way, but you wanted to go that way, and so you're like, you know, you met in the middle and started killing each other to decide who was going to go what way, and then, you know, your friend ended up winning because he's stronger than you. Don't juggle! So yeah, this is actually the first to offer a split screen so that most levels, well, yeah, most levels actually have spots where you and the teammate, if you're playing two-player, you can play one-player, but where you and your partner will have to actually go off in different directions to actually complete the mission. Like some actually forcibly split you up, and one of you stays in one area and does something, and one of you stays in another area and does something, and you kind of meet together in the middle at the end. I can think of a few levels like that, but I just can't think of their names. And there's some parts where the level is just so massive that all of you will, you know, you'll have to split up in order to actually make it work. As you can see, it isn't like a normal cantina or area that the Lego Star Wars little hub is usually in. This hub actually takes place in two areas. It takes place in a Republic cruiser and a Separatist cruiser, each with unique areas you can unlock by completing certain levels in the game. You get gold bricks by completing assignments in the game, usually one per level, and then if you get certain bonuses, you get another gold brick. But each set of gold bricks unlocks more and more of the ship, and eventually you can get to like the hangar, which is right there on the right side, right split screen. Now it's above, now it's to the left. That's an annoying part of the split screen. It moves around a lot, so you have to pay attention to actually what you're doing. But yeah, you can eventually get a hangar and access the Separatist cruiser, which is the only way to purchase dark side characters, such as Count Dooku, General Grievous, any battle droids. That's the only way to unlock those characters. That's also the only way to get bounty hunter missions. This game still has the storyline, but it's got a bunch of other different features. Right now, what we're doing is just kind of showing the Republic and Separatist assault modes, where, like, the most popular part of the game that they announced when it was coming out was the massive battlefield type thing, where there's all these different assignments with posts, and once there's nothing in the post and it's neutral, you can go in there and purchase like cannons, barracks, vehicle, little hubs, and all sorts of things like that to kind of it makes like a giant battlefield where you get, you know, reinforcements based on the area you get. And these Republican Separatist assault modes are kind of like Star Wars Battlefront. It's kind of like the Galactic Conquest mode, where you go around the galaxy and you either try to turn all planets into Republic planets or turn all planets into Separatist planets. And so that's what we're doing now. Each one of them has a time limit and has a little backstory based on the campaign. And yeah, it's pretty much, that's all it is, a giant battle thing. And that was like the most popular thing that came out in the game, was the fact that you could, you know, that was the thing about Star Wars, the Clone Wars. All the other Star Wars were a lot of, you know, backstory and Jedi and Sith, and there wasn't really much, like, when they had the Clone Wars, it's like, oh, it starts in Episode 2 at the very end and ends in Episode 3 at the very beginning. And then you don't get much of the Empire and Rebellion War, but the Clone Wars is actually almost all huge battles. That was the thing with the Clone Wars, was huge battles to kind of show the conflict in the storyline. And so they had to personify that in Lego Star Wars by allowing huge battles. Don't look at me, Freddy. Freddy, you're annoying me. So yeah, there's, of course, giant battles that take place, such as this, where, you know, you just destroy the enemy entrenchments and then take them over. Although in this this particular Republic Assault, you're not supposed to take them over, you're just supposed to get rid of them to clear the whole battlefield. As you can see, you control a variety of vehicles. Most of the time, in the other games, the vehicles were only for vehicle-specific portions, such as in the first LEGO Star Wars with the Battle of Coruscant. All you had, that whole mission was just designed around being in a starfighter and flying through space. There's some missions that are designed just around being in a speeder, like on Endor, and going through the speeder thing. Freddy, I need your clown nose. So, this is the first LEGO Star Wars to actually incorporate vehicles in tangent with units. Where, you can use your vehicle, if you can purchase the vehicle, you can use your vehicle to change the battle. Change the outcome of the battle. And it's also sort of what Battlefront did at points, where you can land your vehicle and, enter a giant ground battle, or, leave a ground battle, fly up, into the sky and do things. I know I can think of a few levels in this game that do that, but that was like an interesting thing they included in the game, is something of that scale where it combines two aspects of gameplay from the other two games into one big thing. Not sure if you've noticed, but with the addition of this giant battlefield scenario, they've also included tiers of the strength of entrenchments, like tiers of the strength of certain places in the building. There's of course everything made out of Lego, but some are made out of silver Lego, which can only just be destroyed by a heavy vehicle, and there's the gold, which can only be destroyed by a massive barrage of attacks, either by commanding a clone army or droid army with your commander, or by using a special tank that can fire just a continuous beam at the entrenchment. But yeah, you also see here that everything has its own. Everything even has like the detail. It even got damage where sparks are flying out and smoke's flying out of that to show the damage of it. Besides just that little health bar. So that was something cool they added. They really pay attention to detail in this game, adding more and more. Every character in this game actually is voiced by the person who voices them in the actual series, which is kind of cool because in the old LEGO Star Wars game, I'm not sure if they did that completely with all the characters, but they made sure to do that in this one. Trying to think of something else to say. Oh yeah, the game engine has actually been completely upgraded. It can now hold, because of this massive battle, it can now hold more than 200 moving units or objects on the screen. If you've never played the old games, when you played them, the screen was kind of bland whenever you were on them. It was basically what you were doing at that specific point in time, and that was all that was going on. So, kinda got a little, bland. But then this has, psychotic battles and everything going on at once. Pieces, of destroyed vehicles flying all over the place, bouncing around. There's units running around everywhere. It's kind of bringing it, it makes you feel like you're in a giant battlefield made of Legos. It's pretty interesting like that. The main campaign has, since it's just set in the Clone Wars, the main campaign is no longer like just episodes. Like it was either episode 1, 2, and 3, or 4, 5, and 6, or in the Complete Saga they had all the episodes. But in this they have the campaign missions. The whole categories for them are based on the three main antagonists in the series: Ventress, Grievous, and Dooku, and they each branch off. At each level is based off a different episode in the TV series, which is pretty interesting. Every single mission is completely different. They don't really flow together like they did in the old Star Wars, because of course they were all based on the same episode. But this, they aren't really designed to flow. They're kind of just designed to be part of an overall story. Like if you'd watched the TV series, you'd understand what it was based off of. Let's go into some other aspects. This game also has an enhanced sort of character creator. In the old 3 LEGO Star Wars, I keep saying 2, but I keep reading about the complete saga. But in the past 3 LEGO Star Wars, well, not in the past 3, the first one you couldn't, but in the second and third, you could create your own characters. You can only do 2, and it was very limited on how you could create them. In LEGO Star Wars 3, you can have up to, I believe, 10, 12 different created characters, all with their own set of, you can all make them completely unique instead of having, everyone look almost the same. You also continuously gain, items to use, for the game, or for the characters, based on the levels you complete. So the more completed you are in the game, the more stuff you have in the creative mode. And so that was a pretty interesting thing. And they've got, that's like a specific set of characters you can have. You can have that 10. In the past 2 LEGO Star Wars games, mini-kits have been a big part of, like, the game as, like, hidden objectives to find. Each level had 10 mini-kits, and, in the last 3, whenever you got the mini-kits, you kind of got, like, I don't think you unlocked the vehicle, I think you just kind of got a vehicle, like a little piece of artwork, as a part of your, collection. You kind of collected pieces of artwork. And in the first one, whenever you finished all the mini-kits, you unlocked the secret level. Well, in this, the mini-kits, they're still in here, but the mini-kits are used to unlock classic characters from, the original, or not, yeah, from the original. But, not completely restricted to the original, because there's some from episode 1 or the other episodes that aren't in this. You can unlock, like, Darth Vader, Sidious, Darth Maul, Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, all the classic characters in the game. From mini-kits, instead of just adding things to your collection. And that was, like, an interesting thing, as in, there was more incentive to go get the mini-kits, because with the old mini-kits, it was like, oh boy, I got a mini-kit, and I got this useless thing that's just kind of there for looks. But in LEGO Star Wars 3, it's like, no, I got this thing, and it's awesome, and I have a new character. And I was like, big deal. I got a new character, that's awesome. So you can complete the game faster. It's actually a portion of completing the game, instead of just like, oh boy, you got a character, that's cool. And, I wish that I picked the better thing to show in the background, because I wanted to show off the giant battles, and that timer was still running whenever the mission stopped. Yeah, money is still a thing in this game, because apparently when the Jedi say they don't use money, they lie. But money is still a thing. See there, we got an extra gold brick for between that 81 and 130, and ground battle is unlocked. Ground battle is like, the big thing like that. I'm pretty sure the ground battle would include the soldiers and everything. That was probably just a preliminary. Something I've never seen. So, yeah, if I don't leave this area, I would have shown the extra things. Oh, there we go, arcade. The arcade mode is specific to the 2-player, like, it takes advantage of the new 2-player split screen mode. Basically, you and your friend, whoever's on, go head-to-head on any battlefield you choose, and you pick a side, either Republic or Separatists, and you go against each other, picking out posts and gathering soldiers, and just go to war with each other. And that was something that they actually started thinking of as, that's a pretty good idea. There haven't been a true PvP in the other two. Dang, I keep saying 2. In the other 3 games. What are you looking up, Freddy? Don't say anything. Just don't say anything. So yeah, this will actually show off the big giant battlefield scenario that's in the game. See, we're both using created characters that are both completely unique, created. Oh, there we go. There's something else. Each level has hidden, like, the mini kits are their own little hidden thing. There's also hidden objectives that you can use to unlock kind of little bonuses, and that screen shake is really cool. Kind of emulates the giant cannons. I fell off the cliff again. But they have each level has their own. Well, I'm pretty sure most levels do have their own little mini, their own sort of mini quest within the game. See, I like destroyed like a shrub over there, and it said 1 of 6. If you get like all 6 of them, you'll either unlock a mini kit or you'll unlock a sort of secret, which most secrets will lead to mini kits. Some are kind of just for fun. I don't know like that. See, here we actually have like the cannon, and you saw back there, my partner who was playing this game with me got a battalion of soldiers to use. Keep telling him not to because we're way back here. We want to go way over there. There's an example of a silver item you've probably seen before that would take either a tank or a heavy cannon to destroy. When we get over there, we'll actually see like how this game has like expanded to being, you know, a mass battlefield versus this odd split screen that's moving around a lot, and it's kind of irritating me just a slight bit. So let's just head over there. You know, play it. Okay, so actually here. Okay, so this would be an example of taking over like a base. See that there's like the two armies kind of clashing together against each other, and that was kind of crazy. Someone ran into me. You can actually take over enemy, like I think you can take over their cannons and their ray shield generators, and you can disable their shield generators. Wow, that was weird. But you can actually, you know, take over the enemy's entrenchments and use them against them, which is kind of an easy way to dispatch of their bases quickly. See here now, every single one you get adds another item to your tier, another tier to your collection of things you can get for your bases. There we go. So, yeah, that's that thing. See another one. Don't hope I fall. I've done that twice. There's another example of a like a hidden mission over here, which is kind of specific to a certain character. I'm trying to squeeze into this tank. It's not going very good for me. That's not me. Oh, on the bottom. See, that's what irritates me. How you can't really concentrate on which character you are. If I were to change to a clone character, which I was foolish enough not to show off, in the middle of that group of clones that kind of showed up, I could press a button and actually command them and move them around, and they would follow me around, and if I had moved my little reticle over a certain object, they would actually start opening fire and, like, follow my commands. God, Freddy, I fell off a cliff.
Yes! Yes!
So, yeah, I'm just gonna have my guy run over here to find the little, the mini quest, which you can't do, but it's a, if I choose a bounty hunter character like a Jango Fett or something, or Boba Fett, there'd be a little mini quest, which I think one of us does later, that would sort of unlock and tell you to, dispatch a certain amount of enemies. If you do that, you got a mini kit. So that was an interesting thing. See, that base has a shield on it, which is sort of like a... You have to just walk in here and turn it off. Off with the shield. This base is actually part of this level. This base is actually sort of a objective base, because this base has a little golden plate on it, which you need to activate in order to complete the mission. Like, I'm not sure, because I've never tried, but I'm not sure if you even need to get all the bases in order to complete the mission. I mean, I'm willing to bet that you do, but I'm scared to put money on it because I'm not a gambler. But you saw the gold plate over here. Now this silver tank makes it a little irritating, and I was trying to get my brother to you know, fire a cannon over here just to help out. That's another irritating thing. When you have a stupid partner with you playing split screen, like Freddy, they wouldn't be very helpful. You know, hey, let's shoot this barracks over here that the clones are handling. You know, pretty good. So that's just be useless over here. Can't really think of anything else to say. That's pretty much all. Kind of going to a little future news. Lego Star Wars 4 has actually already been announced, which I would assume it's off. This is off seasons 1 and 2 of the series. It doesn't include anything from the movie, which was kind of like, what? There was the whole movie in 2008, and you don't even include like a special segment off that, but you do include a special starting mission based off of the Battle of Geonosis in Episode 2, but no love for the Clone Wars movie, which kind of spawned this whole thing. You know, this whole franchise of the Clone Wars TV series was spawned off of the whole movie that they had in 2008, so kind of a, what? Just neglect that completely? I think I might just skip ahead to the, like, to show the more interior of the starship, along with, the created character. So see there, he switched to Jango Fett and, and activated a little timer that did that. So I'm gonna skip ahead to the interior of the ship, and I'll see you guys then. So here we are back in the interior of the ship, and I'm just going to show off. This is the hangar where you can actually, if you unlock ships, you can use them in here to fly to the other Separatist cruiser. Well, further out of the elevator, but you see these elevators take you to certain parts, and not every single part of the ship is just for show. Every single part of the ship has its own meaning. This is a little crossway, but there's one elevator that brings you to a large vehicle area where you can kind of purchase the giant ground vehicles such as the ATTE, the ATPT. Actually, I'm pretty sure that's where you purchase all the ground vehicles, because you can get speeders there too. Only Republic vehicles, however, can be purchased there. See, I think my brother's going to walk in there, so he's not completely useless. That elevator in the back on the left screen brings you to the main command area, which was the only area you can get to in the beginning. I'm bringing you to the created area. Across from where I was the brig, which is where you can buy the Separatist leaders. Any Separatist leader you bought or you beat in the level. Also, characters, you do not buy characters just like in a little area. They are walking around the ship, and you go and buy them. I don't know why all my clone troopers all of a sudden have lightsabers. That's kind of irritating to me. I'm actually making characters based off of characters from novels, so that's the thing. See, I'm playing as my character now, kind of like a me thing. Griffin's looking at the window at me with a creepy smile, and he seems like a stalker. Griffin and Freddy. Freddy's doing it too. So, yeah, the characters walk around the ship for you to purchase, and in this room, actually, you can go down the elevator and go to the area with the characters, the classic characters to buy. So that's pretty much all there is for this game review, and I guess I'll just see you guys next time. Got anything to say, Griffin? You gotta be silent.